family vibe. She took the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, dance. Pounce on that shit, dance.
What up, y'all? Welcome in. We got some things to discuss. We gonna discuss them. Now this is this is a mess. So I'm gonna break down everything that's with what happened, what transpired, and a lot of things that took place with this situation. And why this situation is back again on the show. Now, as you guys know, the Braxton family has had some losses with their family and has caused things to abrupt. Now, what's crazy to me is all of this is now coming out on a new season. And I thought they had conversations. Conversations was be done. Let me try my mic real quick because I ain't used it in a while. And it's a lot going on. It hasn't been the same since Tracy left at all. And it's just been a lot. Since Tracy passed, it has not been the same. A lot has happened. Let me try, because it ain't been connecting lately. A lot has happened. A lot been going on. A lot of people want to keep secrets, but it is now out and we're going to talk about it. Let me set up my stuff real quick. I'm going to get into it. So, wait while they're searching. So we're in a new season of the Braxton Family Values, right? And remember, I talked to y'all before about the situation a couple of times more than once between Ashlee and Trina, Tamar and her sisters, and what's been going on, and why Tamar was not invited to her sister's, I believe, wedding in Cancun. Now, they said that she wasn't invited, but I did see her there. But I don't know what transpired for her not to be there. Okay? I don't know what happened, what transpired for her not to be there, but I guess we have to watch the show, right? All right, now let me give y'all a breakthrough what's going on. Okay, I want to help y'all understand. All right, because Trina responded. This is a picture of Tony and Michael. This is Michael. Now we all know Michael doesn't go into the spotlight like that. Michael doesn't say much. Michael minds his business. Michael is barely on the show. It's just the sisters, right? So as we know it, we've never seen Michael. Now Michael have two daughters. Ashlee, this is Ashlee, that's Lauren, sorry. This is Ashlee, she is the oldest. She's the one coming out with all the things that's going on. This is Lauren. Lauren passed away 6 years ago. And what is crazy to me, Lauren said, I cannot be another Ashlee. And a lot of people want to know what she meant by that. What she mean is Ashlee was basically on Ashlee passed with a heart problem over fentanyl and heroin overdose at a party. She went to a party. She was having fun. They were doing all types of things. And allegedly, that's what they're saying. I'm not saying it, but allegedly it was said that that's what happened, okay? So she's saying that Ashlee basically had this issue when because of some situations that were going on, right? Okay. Now, I'm trying to set this up, but I think I'm gonna figure out how to set this up after my live. Cut the mic off. I figured I'd have to do live. My bad. So Ashlee decided to do she decided to go live and talk about her situation. And what she said was, and this is her auntie Trina. Now, we all thought it was Trina or Tawanda, but when it made sense that they said it was Trina that has not talked to her and none of that. Now, I was trying to figure out when they stopped talking to her. I don't know if they stopped talking to her when Tracy got sick or what, but remember, she was there with them at the Soul Train Awards. Now, Ashley is saying this all happened between her and Gabe when she was 16 at the time. Now, Ashlee has came out and been very vocal. Let me see if I can go to TikTok and find some stuff for her. Now, I'm going to play a couple of things for y'all to get just a background of how this all started and what all happened. So I'm going to play a clip let me start from the beginning for y'all. I'm gonna play her experience and we're gonna go into the clips of the show. I'm gonna go to the clips of the show and how all of this was, and then we're gonna go to Trina response. So we're gonna start going from her experience, then we're gonna go to clips of the show.
Very abusive to each other, and my stepmom was also very abusive to my sister and I as well. Physical, mental, emotional, all of it. But from those two was physical. Well, I mean, it was all the abuse. And then she decided, to be that way with my sister and I. But then there were moments as well where my dad was also physically abusive as well. That's kind of the only memories that I really have of my parents. My parents were very abusive to each other, and my stepmom was also very abusive to my sister and I as well. Physical, mental, emotional, all of it. But from those two was physical. Well, I mean, it was all the abuse. And then she decided, to be that way with my sister and I. But then there were moments as well where my dad was also physically abusive as well. That's kind of the only memories that I really have of my parents. My parents were very abusive to each other.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, so as y'all saw, that's what happened, right? Now I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna hook that mic up later. I don't know what's going on. I think it's my Bluetooth or what. I'm finna go on here and see. I think it's because I have to set it up a different way. All right, but anywho, I'm gonna play some clips. Let me go to it from the show.
Just want to see if there are any fine details that Tawanda has left out. You didn't know that she was hurt?
No.
No idea?
I knew at the time when I got my solo deal, because they stopped speaking to me.
What did you think was going on?
I didn't know. I think they were just upset at me for moving on.
Because we always did everything together.
It looked like she's isolating herself or having to isolate herself. And since she has been with Andre, it seems like it's been worse.
No longer serves me to beg. I have no desire.
Can I ask, what do you mean beg? When you say I don't want to beg.
Beg for sisterhood, beg for a friendship, beg for time, beg for none of that.
I'm sorry if I made you feel like you were begging. That was never my intention. I would never want you to feel like you were begging for sisterhood or time. Like for real, from my heart, I would never want you to feel that way. It's something we're doing wrong as sisters, and we're not getting it because Tamar has felt this before.
I can't speak for anyone but me. in you and our relationship. When you call me and say, Trina, will you come over? 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, where do I go?
No, you come.
I come 9 times out of 10.
I appreciate that.
And it's not about appreciation. It's because I want to be there. I want to foster a relationship with you individually and collectively with the rest of our sisterhood and our sistership.
How does it impact you guys as sisters not to be able to have at least one of you guys that will plug in that space? There's a real firm boundary there that says you do not get access to me anymore for whatever the reason is.
For me, you have to respect where a person is. That's just it. And until that person or whoever is willing to move forward in that way, then you just have to respect where they are.
Well, the respect is a behavior, but I want to know how it feels to not have access to your sister.
But
be honest,
it's not connected to a feeling though.
No,
It's not connected to a feeling.
Okay.
It's not connected to a feeling though.
How does your sister say, you don't have access to me, and you don't care that you don't have access to me, and it doesn't cause you to feel anything?
It's just, I guess the feeling is numb.
Yeah.
Because it's not positive and it's not negative.
Mm-hmm. And I will tell you that
just,
numb is a feeling. It's a
it is
very
a feeling.
important one.
It is.
Right? Numb is a feeling that we go to. Our body shuts down when what we actually feel is so overwhelming that to feel that would hurt too much. So then we just learned how to channel and block it out.
Well, no, because it's not blocked.
Or is the feeling mutual? Keep it gangster, dog. Why we gotta sit up here and act like...
Like I said, it's a matter of respect. I respect where people are. That's just it. I respect where people are. I don't engage. I don't pour into certain types of energy. Mm-hmm. I make different choices in my life. Mm-hmm. And that's just where I am.
But this is TV, John. Outside of yesterday and today, when was the last time you talked to me?
I don't recall. It wasn't my birthday because you didn't call me.
Your birthday's September. Here we are in March.
I am in a space. I am in a space of I'm just focusing on my relationship and whoever's in my household. I'm focusing on my children. I'm focusing on my relationship.
Trina in your household? Tony's in your household?
They call me. I talk to them every day.
Girl, you don't answer the phone.
That's
Girl,
not true.
Stop.
Let's be specific. Did you call me yesterday?
I did, actually.
Did I answer it?
Well, because we're taping now.
No.
But before...
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh,
when you called me, every time
girl,
you called,
that is not the
every
truth.
time you called, I answered. Every time you text, I answer. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
So I'm a liar.
No, you said that. I didn't call you that. That's the word that you're using.
That's interesting. Okay, now it works, y'all. It's always been something there, right? And Tamar says, listen, I was in the same position as Ashlee. And I want to show y'all a clip from last episode. And then we're going to go to Trina Responds.
How do you feel about the platform that Ashlee is being given?
I think sometimes people take the opportunity that's given to them without even thinking about the repercussions. You should never hear something about your family through social media first. Period.
Yeah.
And I can't take anything away from anybody else's pain. I'm not here to victimize a victim.
You're a victim too, though.
In a different way, but definitely.
You're a victim too.
Yes.
You're a victim.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she moved out of the country, so it wasn't that anybody ostracized her.
My number.
Now, here is the thing. That's what pissed people off. And people was like, what do you mean, Tawanda, that Trina is a victim? What do you mean that she is a victim for that? Ashlee is the victim. Ashlee is the victim. And I'm going to tell you something. I truly believe something happened that day when they were confronted because Ashlee said her mom saw inappropriate text messages from him in the phone. And allegedly now, I believe that I don't know why she didn't tell Trina. I don't think she told Trina. This is what I think. But I believe that when she confronted him and had that nudge, and I think that this is the reason why Trina and Gabe were divorced because of those text messages. Now, we have seen Gabe, and God rest his soul now, but we're going to be honest. We have seen Gabe where she said that Gabe was talking to other women. Gabe was talking to um allegedly supposed to have been trans people when they first came on the show. And Trina did her due too, and Trina had enough. But I'm gonna let it play, and then we're gonna go to Trina.
Or hasn't changed, but yours has.
It was an unfortunate situation that occurred. I wish that Ashley could have reached out to Trina by herself or outside of social media, because social media can be an ugly monster.
People who have absolutely no knowledge or idea of the situation were bullying me.
Right.
I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. I told you, I'm sorry that this has happened to you, and I embraced you. But if there was something additional that you needed from me, why didn't you call me?
What is your objective? What in your prayer, what would you like to accomplish for you? Are you concerned about your family?
What I'm saying is a lot. I think it'll be a surprise for people. At the end of the day, it's not really about what somebody did, but how can I help other people if I don't share what I've gone through?
Yeah.
So
There was a lot going on the internet. It was everywhere, and it was messy. Having Ashlee be on my podcast, it's not a messy move for me. I had Trina on there, and so having my niece is only my interpretation of giving her a voice and having her come to a safe place, not to be messy against my family. I know what it looks like to everybody else, but I want to assure you that for me, my attraction was your healing and the work that you're doing.
I appreciate you.
For yourself. No, I'm serious. Don't cry. But you can cry, but it's just nice to know.
It is.
That somebody understands. I wish I had a family member to understand where I was going through. Well, you know, I'm the outcast.
That's it.
And then sometimes you get stuck into the outcast, I guess, realm of it all.
I really think that that should have been a conversation of a reach out. Of, hey, I need to talk to you because this has been on my heart, this has been on my spirit, and I need to talk to you about it. Because I do remember that all went on tour together. We saw each other all the time. We talked to each other all the time.
And I'm not making this always about me.
No, I definitely don't look at it that way.
How am I supposed to compartmentalize it? Because that's not something I have an answer to right now.
No, I just think that is a timing thing.
I prayed about it. I thought about it. I was like, there are certain things that I don't think is for public consumption. There are certain things that a family needs to work out before we invite other people, because I don't think healing should unfold before the masses. True healing shouldn't be for other people to judge the situation except for the people that are in it. After all this stuff happened again, here it goes again, because Trina's trying to hide her emotions. She's trying to hide her feelings. Trina, see, here I go.
But it's okay. Trina, it's been a...
Trina do hide her feelings. We would never know what happened between Gabe and Trina, because Trina is the type, and if y'all been on the show, this is not the I'm going to have to do a test on this mic because it was working just fine. I don't know what is going on. This is a new computer. I done set it up. I don't know. I'll do a test run later. But as I was saying, Trina never shows her feelings. Trina, if y'all watch the show, Trina always, like, we see Tawanda lash out every now and then, or she try to hold it in. Trina put a mask on and act like everything is okay. I feel like there was a conversation and it went left with the situation. And I think something was said. They said things to each other they did not like. And I feel like Trina feel like I don't want to talk about that right now because when she left Gabe, she felt it was her obligations because that is her kid's father to basically be there for him, right? But y'all got to think how she really felt being there for him in his last days. Like, I know what he did. I really don't want to be here, but I'll do that because I know I want somebody for me to do that to me. And I'm not saying Trina has an ugly heart. Her and Trina have, I see Tony, they have big hearts. I understand it. But at the same time, they are the types that's like, oh, what if I do this? Can somebody do that for me? Trina don't like to express herself. Trina, we have seen Trina act out. We have seen Trina cuss people. I'd be like, dang, Trina, why you ain't telling us what's wrong? Why you just acting like this? Because she has showed so much to the world. But I think this season we're going to see her and Tamar get into it and them snap. And I don't know how this is going to turn out.
A lot. And it's heavy, and it's been this way for a few years. Then after
I didn't want to go here.
It's okay. Then Tracy passed away. And now, after all these years,
it was a lot to take in. It was a lot to accept. It was a lot to
digest.
Moreover, I can't say how much time it takes another person to do.
If y'all remember, Trina was saying that after Tracy died, and I think she blocked it out her mind around that time, because remember, Tracy got sick with stomach cancer. May she rest in peace. Trina would not sleep. Trina was going through a lot. So if this came out around that time that happened, Trina probably just, I don't think Trina talked to anybody because Tamar and Tawanda was like, she's not talking. Even Tony, even their mama said she wasn't talking to nobody. She just wasn't talking to nobody. And I think it hurts Trina. And Trina try to block out that hurt. I think that's one of her biggest hurts, not just losing her sister, but the fact that the man did that and he did what he did to her niece. It hurts her even worse. And then on top of that, Tracy has stomach cancer. And now Tracy's gone. And Trina would tell people, I ain't slept in days. You remember Trina said, I ain't slept in a year. Because she had to grieve. So people got to understand. And I'm going to say this on behalf of her, and I'm not putting as doing that. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, she this and that. I understand where people coming from. But I'm finna keep it real. When you go through trauma and you go through a relapse of trauma, stacked on trauma, especially when it comes to deaths and all that stuff, you tend to block out everything. Like, I can sit here and tell y'all now, I don't remember much of 2020. I blocked that out. I don't remember. It's like you walking through a cloud because you don't remember. So I was watching this show on Tubi where the little boy was reliving the trauma that he watched his father pass. Y'all know he started acting out and blacking out. And that's not good to block out because he didn't block out his trauma. Some people block and bury their trauma so they don't remember it. And sometimes that's what happened to people. I don't think Trina was like, dang, well, why she ain't say nothing like that? Or I feel some type of way too. Trina basically saying, I blocked all that crap out. I don't remember. And she don't.
Deal with
whatever
it is they're dealing with.
Of course. The thing is, I'm glad that we're having this conversation because it's important for you to acknowledge your feelings, not suppress.
All right, I'm finna go to that. Hold on, I'm finna play something in a minute. But I really do think that all this boiled after Tracy passed. I think it did. Everybody
support.
I just want you to know that strangers are not going to understand. They might identify, but they're not going to understand.
I didn't expect anybody's support.
Do you think Ashlee is a step closer to healing by sharing her story?
Nope.
No.
I don't. I feel like she's completely regressed.
Yep.
And the reason why I feel like she's completely regressed is because of how my family chose to handle things. Especially when you are crying out for help. And I recall when I wasn't helped, when I cried out for help, that decision made me make a bad decision, a worse decision.
You're the only one that I've really spoken to in depth and have shown me this amount of support.
I get people not understanding how you choose to heal and what works for you. And I'm sorry that the rest of
And I saw someone say, well, she mourned him twice. Yeah. I think what people forget is I don't think she mourned him. I think in her mind, and I'm finna be honest with y'all, Trina was angry. I don't think she was mourning. I think she mourned the fact of she didn't see things what she should have saw in the first place, and she was angry. She didn't mourn him because she hurt. She mourned of anger.
Because y'all are gonna always protect an abuser.
Oh, that's bonded.
I'm about to make this next statement, knowing that Tamar Braxton.
Oh, look at Tamar comment on his
We
thing.
follow each other on Instagram and we follow each other on TikTok, and so I'm just telling y'all, like, I be trying to share all conflicts of interest when some things come up, but
this is Dominique Morgan response. And what he said, I agree with. I'm going to play Trina response, but this is what I agree with him with, because I feel like we should have everybody's story to insinuate how we should feel.
I wasn't going to watch the Braxtons this season because I don't like to see the sisters fight.
Me either.
My favorite moments of the Braxtons is when they're singing.
Mine too.
That first season was. But my favorite moments are when they're singing together or when they're being like funny together. Like when they're like, you know what I'm saying? And I think I tried to watch them when they came back, but it was just hard to watch them without Tracy being there. And so that's just kind of where that's at. And I knew this season they were going to talk about their niece Ashlee was going to come on and share more of what had been shared on social media. And I just saw a video where Trina is sitting next to her husband and she's saying that she felt like it's unfair for Ashlee to talk about this in regards to her ex-husband, Gabe, who has passed away, because he is no longer here to defend himself. Now, from the information I can track, not only from us like watching this in real time when Ashlee shared it herself, Tamar, listen, I always tell y'all, Tamar is my Pisces. Her birthday is 17th, my birthday is 19th. Pisces ain't perfect, but when some shit ain't right, we're gonna be like, that's some fucked up shit. And we may go overboard in some people's opinion. We may be hella dramatic in some people's opinion. But niggas is gonna know some shit was askew. Now we'll hide our own shit because we don't want to be put on blast. But bitch, we will be. That's just a Pisces thing. You got to grow out of it. You got to elevate. You got to evolve. I'm to the point where, bitch, I want to tell y'all first so we can get through it, bitch, and we can move the fuck on, huh? But that being said, one, I think as someone who, first I'm going to talk about the sisters in general and how I think their fathers kind of the divorce affecting how they navigate men. And I'm not analyzing each one. I'm saying that I don't think we discuss enough. There is harm when there's not a father around, like, you know, a fatherless home, however you want to frame it. But it gets spooky ooky when there is a father and either like My siblings, I was 20 years old when my father passed. You can see how my father affected my sister Katrina, who's 3 years younger than me. You can see how it affected my brother, who's 7 years younger. And you can see how it devastated my sister Andrea, who's 12 years younger than me. Or, you know, me and Andrea is like 15 years apart. And you can see how his absence has impacted each of us. Even in his absence, I have more memories, so I can draw for them. Trina has them. My sister Katrina, I feel like her husband, James, really is like a reflection of my father. And then you can see, like, you can see the knowing that something was there that was beautiful and then it leaving or it shifting can be just as damaging as it not being there at all. That being said, I think that I remember watching the show and how Gabe used to act towards Trina. Remember when Trina was gaining weight and he was talking shit about her, and then how he treated the boys, that you know, their sons, and how when those boys pulled back from him, I was like, this is weird. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe when he got sick, Trina still took care of him. And I think that there is. I think on the flip side, you can see some of Mama Braxton's like belief around what it is to be a wife and a mother, and the evolution of her perspective live in each of the daughters. And I think Trina is very much old school, dedicated. My man, my pap. Like, because I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't be having this conversation, Trina, but I absolutely would not be having that conversation sitting next to my current husband. And again, this isn't about me going in, like, whatever people's marriages, love it. I'm talking about like what I'm witnessing. I'm like, your niece needs to process it. Gabe has passed on. What is she to do? She didn't wait till she was on the show. She used her own space to talk about it. Her aunt then brought her in, or however y'all did that. But that's how we're kind of being shown, is that Tamar facilitated it. But Ashlee shared that on her own volition, in her own space to process. And she didn't say the aunt. She didn't say, I'm just real. Listen, because I was like, oh, I don't know. You know, people had guesstimates, if you will. But it wasn't until I just watched the video where Trina said it, where I was like, okay, we can talk about it being gay, because she did not say which aunt. She didn't say which husband, right? And so I think the young lady did very well by processing and expressing something while still honoring the fact that she comes from a dynasty as a Braxton, right? But I think that's kind of weird, Trina. Gabe isn't here to be heard. And a lot of people's perception of your ex-husband is based on his behavior he engaged in on camera while he was still here. The reason that people are not windmilling behind, she's got this. The reason that people are not windmilling behind him is that based on how we saw him behave, this doesn't seem counterintuitive to his spirit as a person. Right. That's what you should be most upset about, sister, is that Gabe lived a life where people will believe that he tried to hit on your niece while she was underage. Hitting on your niece, period, is wrong, but your underage niece, because he engaged and moved at like a chauvinist pig. And most of that performance of his chauvinism, his piggery, was directly towards you, sister. And so then it leads me to ask, Trina, do you not feel like you're able to process the harm you experienced from Gabe because he's no longer alive? Healing don't die with them people. You still got to push through. I'm still yet here. My God, today. And so, that's what I think is kind of wild. It's not even the issue. It's he's passed on. He's not here to defend himself. If he's not here to defend himself, then the most appropriate denominator should be your niece, who is here, who's saying this is what she experienced, and who wants her auntie to lean into her. Should. Because for me, I feel like if you're not able to lean into Ashlee, you're not able to lean into yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's why you over there with that man that be talking you crazy when you be cooking for him in the kitchen. And can't no nigga talk.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to bring that man into it. But he do be talking to her crazy. He be talking to Trina like she can't cook. And that's just my thought.
talk me crazy with a hot ass pot of water on the stove. No. I'm about to make.
That's why I feel like something else happened between her and Game 2. Because that man talked to her crazy.
This next statement, knowing that Tamar Braxton.
But he does while she cooking on the stove. He do. Let's see if I can find what she said.
Okay, so we all just saw that clip of Trina.
Let me see if I can find Trina real quick, and I want to talk about it because I want y'all to hear it. Because I feel like he be talking to her crazy. Is this it?
Keep it for real, 100%. Forget what either side of the public says, for real. Okay, I'm going to say this. I cannot negate anyone's feelings in any way, shape, or form. Right. And I will say this. I think that you can never put a time limit on someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. But I do wish that the people that were spoken about were able to tell their own version of their story, of their truth, because they're no longer with us.
That's it, because they're dead.
And
can I be honest with y'all? Now that I'm listening to her say this, I feel like she tried to say, and I think people misphrasing it. I'm a be the devil advocate. I think she want his foot to be hanged to the fire and not hers. I think she want his foot, because she said, well, he should be here and, say, well, I truly believe she want Gabe to take the heat for this. I don't know why. She want him here to take all the heat and get all the backlash and get all that he need to get. I really feel like she feel that way. And it's no shade. I really do feel like she feel like he need to be beaten with a stick for it.
it's not always fair. It's not always fair. And people have to talk about things when they're ready to talk about them. And yes, you guys are loud, Caleb.
You're loud as hell out there.
Damn, you just talk.
But I can't disregard anybody's feelings. I said what I said.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's entitled, and
T-Can, I'm a Braxton follower, period. They shouldn't watch y'all if they want to hate or be negative. Well, you know what? But even in that vein, people have a right to their opinion.
Sometimes people watch just so they can.
What? Ain't nobody at you. Okay, so that's what she said. She said that he's not here to defend himself. That's what she said. And like I said, I think she want him to take that heat instead of her, and she feel like it is not fair. And I'm finna keep it real with y'all. Trina don't think it's fair that Trina is getting the backlash and the heat from this, and Gabe is not here, and he is deceased and gone to wherever the Lord has took him to. And okay, we're gonna be honest now. And why should she get all the heat? And it didn't go down like that. And Gabe ain't here to get it. That's what she meant by defend. Basically, she said, I'm gonna say it to you like this. First of all, I'm married to somebody else. I ain't think about that man. That man is gone. I did my part as an ex-wife. I mourned and I grieved, whatever it was. Yeah. I sure did. And I just want to tell you, this is allegedly. Don't think this is how this is allegedly. This is how I think this is allegedly. Yeah. But why y'all coming at me? Did y'all ask why we got a divorce? Did you ask? I never told y'all why. But why you coming at me? Huh? Why y'all coming at me? I remember I could have been like in a Tyler Perry movie and probably dropped them in a tub. Why you come? I'm just saying, this is allegedly. Don't take this. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just thinking, because now that it's coming in my head now, why you coming at me? Maybe if he was here to tell it, y'all can get on to him. I'm on a new man that I cook for every day, even though I go live and he talk junk to me, okay? In my house where I live, okay? I'm going to talk to her, but I'm a little angry right now because in my mind, she didn't come talk to me, and I don't like that. They had to find out from this man, and while I was wiping his tail, and he was going through his last days. I truly believe Trina's a Sagittarius. I want to keep it real. I love Trina. I love you, baby. I believe Trina already had got her get back for some of this shit. Whether y'all like it or not, if she's helped take care of him, that's all I'm going to say. Now that I heard that in the way she's saying it, Trina is a little too calm. Well, now that at first I was like, well, maybe now that I'm putting it together, she's a little too calm. I truly believe she gave that man hell while taking care of him. That's allegedly me. I don't want nobody to be like, sue her. No. She'll never tell, and we're never going to ask. We're going to act like we don't know nothing about it. That's okay. I truly believe that. I don't know why. I feel like you got to think about it. This man did all of this. She divorced him. Y'all got to think about that. She probably was a diamond mad black woman. Because remember, she was trying to move on and get married. He was still trying to come around while she was trying to date. She ain't really care. I'm just saying, that's just my hypothesis on it. I ain't trying to stick up, but y'all really think that woman was... I'm going to shut up. Let's move on. I love him, but let's be honest. She's Evelyn Braxton's daughter. She said Ashlee cut them off.
Justin.
Hold on. Ashlee cut them all off, including Tamar, and left the country. Ashlee needs to seek counseling outside counseling. They need to heal. I agree with this. They need to heal without the cameras. Ashlee could tell her sides, but she needs a neutral platform. I agree.
Speaks for me. Tamar was giving her niece a platform to heal and living vicariously through her. Tamar was SA'd as a child from ages 6 to 16 and was silenced. I say that Tamar is the most qualified person because Tamar has talked about this on a public scale. If this is the truth for any of the other Braxton sisters, they have not talked about it on this public scale. Making Tamar the only one that we know about sitting here who can identify with what Ashlee is going through as she shares her truth on this magnitude of a scale. Tweet goes on to say the psychology of Tamar is deeper than what we see on television. Ashlee was abandoned by her mother and then silenced by her aunts. Tamar is doing the right thing. I hate that all of this is getting spun for television because from what we are seeing, it really feels like Tamar is healing her inner child as
I agree, but I'm still saying that don't need to be on the camera. I'm gonna tell you why. Even if this is my thoughts. Even if Ashlee, and y'all saying, oh, she wrong. Let me explain something to you. If Ashlee and Trina become cool, y'all gonna be mad about it. Y'all gonna be upset about it. You're gonna hate it and feel like that ain't enough. Why would you put this on? I wouldn't dare put this out there till me and my family talk and we heal, and I can sit with my auntie now, because then you're gonna still say, yeah, but she can manipulate you, do anything. Yeah, if it happened again, that's the way y'all gonna think about it. Y'all not gonna sit here and say, okay, because that's just like a woman right now, right? She say her man beating on her. This is a woman, right? She coming in saying he don't black my eye and all this and that, telling the family. Then all of a sudden the family mad. Then the family find out she back with him. Or the friend, all right, I had enough. Y'all got to understand that, because once y'all see that they don't move past it and work through it, y'all still going to have the same hate. And this is why I feel like this should never be brought to the cameras until shit is situated. I really do. When you do that, y'all still going to hate them. And it's the truth. You're still not going to like them. You still not going to wonder why she cool with them. You're still not going to be like, auntie, I still cut them off. I wouldn't deal with nobody. That's exactly how you would put it. Instead of her saying, I have boundaries with my aunties, we doing this and doing that, you're like, I still want to trust them. Why bring it to TV? I'm just being for real. That's being for real, because people still gonna hate Trina. People still gonna be mad at Trina.
She tries to show up for Ashlee. It really feels like Tamar is trying to be the support Tamar wished she had when it was her. These three, Tony, Tawana, Trina, more than anybody knows Ashlee's story. And then I'll take it a step further and say that Tawanda and Tony know more about Ashlee because Ashlee was Tony's assistant along with Tawanda to know exactly what that girl.
That's why Tony, if y'all paid attention, Tony, and everybody would say Tamar didn't like him either. Tony didn't like him either. Remember, Tony wouldn't be around or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wouldn't be nice to him like that. Tony wasn't, if y'all paid attention, Tony wasn't with it like that. She sure wasn't. At one point, everybody hated him.
Is going through and then get up on this television and act like this is gross. But y'all did it with Kevin, like when he was losing his mother. So I really don't, I expect nothing. This tweet, Justin speaks for me. Tamar was giving her niece a. Let me be very clear. Y'all, what happens in this house stays in this house. As people scare me every single time. I'm ready to watch episode 1, season 2 of The Braxtons. But before I do, I want to talk about glasses. Yeah, because she decided to get on live. As we all know, and if you don't, hello, Patrick Starr, you live under a rock. This season of The Braxtons is heavily centered around the fact that Ashlee Braxton came forward last year, told her.
And another thing, too, they had all asked her, why did she marry him again? They did ask her that. They were disappointed. They were mad about that. They asked, like, why you married him again? Remember that? And I forgot what season it was. They all asked that, why would you do it twice when you know it's the same thing?
Her story about being a Braxton, and then Tamar invited Ashlee to come do her podcast. As we know it so far, Tony, Tawanda, Trina did not like that. According to Tamar, Tony wanted Ashlee to come on to the show. But what I gather the most is that Trina did not like that Tamar was giving Ashlee a platform to tell her story. Lisa took to X to ask the question, like, let's discuss. Was Tamar being messy for inviting Ashlee on the show, or was she actually giving Ashlee a genuine platform to heal? Remember, the it that we are talking about is that according to Ashlee, when Trina was married to Gabe and Gabe was still alive, Gabe was sending inappropriate text messages to Ashlee. He wanted Ashlee. According to Ashlee, when the story first came out, Trina was very supportive, okay? She even went as far as to say that the sisters showed up, like, knock, knock, it's me, to the house, wherein Ashlee's dad was like, get the fuck off my property. That situation, according to Ashlee, Trina flipped on her. There was no more love for Dr. Dre in the West Coast. Then yesterday, now that season 2 of The Braxtons has premiered, Trina has taken to live with her new husband,
hey,
Vaughn. Not to say I support my niece, I stand with my niece, not to say any of that, but to say that she wishes that Ashlee would stop talking because Gabe's not here to.
I don't think she said she wished she wasn't here. I think what it is, like I told y'all before, nobody ain't catch the plane. I'm going to go on TikTok and tell it. Trina want Gabe to take the heat and not her. And everybody putting it on her because she was with Gabe. Trina feeling like, do y'all not know I already got I just said to y'all, I got my lint back already. When I had to take care of him. What make y'all think? We don't know what all went on when she took care of him. I'm just saying, the way she giving it, well, you know, like, I'm not going to tell you, I mean, you can feel it's giving her, you sure I didn't do anything? It's just to me like, Trina, did you make him eat what's today? When you find out, did you cuss him out so many times? Did you go off on that man? Trina, it's okay. You can tell me. Did you cuss that man out? That's what it getting to me. Like, she just, I believe, right. I truly believe that. And everybody was like, oh, that's so, they ain't read between the lines. And I truly believe, because think about it. Trina took care of him. Nobody really was there to help her take care of him. Okay? He was declining already. The nurse come in and out. You gotta think, if you as an aunt find out, you wouldn't tell nobody. I wouldn't say anything either. Because she's really, and that's why I was listening to her, and I listened to it before I did the live and stuff, and I was like, okay. But now that I sit here and think about it, it's given, well, he the one that did it, I didn't. So it's whatever you want to go with. It's given. I'm gonna let y'all beat me up with it for this time, but just know. That's what it's given. Like, oh, don't worry, just know. How you think it was? You thought his last? I think she was mourning what she found out and what happened, and she couldn't take it out on him like she wanted to. And that's what I think. I don't think she mourned because she loved him. I don't think she mourned because I think she mourned because hey, I think she mourned because what she found out happened to her niece. And I think they could say she mourned. I don't think she mourned, y'all. I think she finally released everything. Because like I said, she took care of him in his last days. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I'm not alluding to her to do anything. I'm not alluding to, but you got to think about it. A woman, come on now. Yeah, and Vaughn, yeah, he should be here, yeah. She pushing them glasses a little too calm to me. Well, hold the hell up. I'm going to let y'all watch it. I want y'all to think about it. I don't want y'all to see it because a lot of people saying that she wrong, she this and that. I don't want y'all to watch it because just think about it. You're taking care of your ex-husband who put you through a lot. Think about it now.
As the couple says, for real. Okay, I'm going to say this. I cannot negate anyone's feelings in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
And I will say this. I think that you can never put a time limit on someone's feelings, their emotions, or even their version of what the truth may be to them. But I do wish.
See how she put the glasses? Trina, you ain't got to say nothing else. Me, yeah, y'all thought I was mourning. It was cool, but I already done had my words already through his last days. Don't worry. That's what is given to me. But I'll let you think.
People that were spoken about were able to tell their own version of their story, of their truth, because they're no longer.
See how she's saying it?
Good.
See what I'm saying? Boom. Boom. He like, yeah. He calm and agree. Nobody's catching on. I'm just going to be here to tell you. She took care of this man. Let me look up how long she took care of him, too. Because that's another thing. So she took care of him. And a lot of people feel like, well, she's not holding him accountable. One thing about her, she's not finna have him hold accountable in y'all face either. Why would I? He passed away 10 years ago. And I believe she was the only one that took care of him. And another thing, also, Trina, Caleb, I don't think your kids was his, but Caleb didn't have a good relationship with Gabe either. He did do her dirty. Caleb didn't have a great relationship with Gabe. Neither. The boys didn't have a good relationship with him. So you gotta imagine they didn't have a good relationship with him, right? He was cheating out home on us as a sex addict. On top of that, on top of him being a sex addict, right? With your niece on top of that. So Ashlee really isn't the only, and we don't know what that relationship entailed when the kids didn't have a good relationship with their stepfather. So remember, she was on the yalla with the boys, and they were she had them try to talk to them, address them and stuff, and they said the inappropriate talks between Trina and her son. For most of his life, Trina's 19-year-old son Caleb had a good relationship. Hasn't had a good relationship with his stepfather Gabe. A reason why Caleb says is because of how Gabe treated his mother and damaged her self-esteem. Ayala is concerned about how he knows some of the intimate details. You can't tell me that when Tawanda said Trina was a victim, you can't tell me Gabe didn't talk to Trina like she was trash. Also, all of that built up, right? And I want people to walk with me. All of that is built up. So when he ain't have nobody, she was like, you know what, I'll be there. But then she thought of all of that stuff during his last days. She probably hired a nurse and was talking cash shit to that man all the time. She don't give a damn. Just imagine all of that stuff. So I think the time that people say, oh, well, she married him twice, I don't think she married him twice. Again, when that situation happened, that was after. I think she went back to him because if I remember, let me see if I can find Caleb talking about how he used to talk to his mother. And I think that's why she accepts so much. And people saying she defending, I don't think so. A lot of people felt like he was a leash, and I believe it too because of the way he treated her. And a lot of people has forgotten a lot of things because the show took a hiatus. Let me see. So you got to understand, I really don't believe that, to me, I don't think his last days was great. Because the boys even said that I think he used money because remember, she didn't have an income like that yet. And because remember, they weren't doing stuff like that. Here we go. Here you go. Yeah, I don't think she had an income like that around the time before.
You choose to do in your relationship, at least you're walking away with complete information. I'm going to let the youngin go first so that you can get clear about what the situation is between you.
Okay.
Repeat and complete for me. I'm angry with you because...
I'm angry with you because you were in the house, but you weren't around to guide me with anything. I wasn't treated fairly, neither was my mother. No matter what, it wasn't good enough. And what you did hurt because I feel like I never really had a proper father figure for 16 years of my life.
Wow.
I feel like I'm sitting in Trina's shoes.
You're doing the same things to each other because no one's done the work to heal it.
Yeah.
What do you want to share with him?
I agree with everything that you say.
think you are exactly right. I was physically there, but I wasn't actually there. I didn't know how to be a father. The same things that you're feeling, the same things I felt. Being married to your mom was the same thing. I never felt I was good enough to be with her.
He didn't feel like, so, yeah. Huh. That tells me a lot that I need to know.
Felt like I never stacked up to what she wanted.
Did you ever have an inkling that that's how he felt?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Repeat and complete.
All right.
Caleb.
Caleb.
I really do love you.
I really do love you.
And I am so, so sorry.
I'm so, so sorry.
I don't
that
think
I
he
failed
needed it.
you.
I'm sorry.
That I failed you.
But yeah, y'all, that's how I just feel like something went on between them to where she left this time for good and didn't go back. I feel like he told her she wasn't good enough. I feel like he told her nobody ain't gonna love you like you, put you up here like I do. Nobody ain't gonna do this and do that or support you like I do. You know, your family don't talk to you. Your family, I feel like he was very verbal abusive to Trina. And I feel like he used that against her. Oh, I helped. She had the bar, remember, when they were together? And he probably said, oh, we entitled to that. We indeed are that. And blase squaze. Ain't no telling what he told that lady to make her self-esteem. Trina's self-esteem used to be so low to where you could tell it on the show. And now we see why. So everybody, if you think, I'm finna be honest, yeah, Ashlee a victim, but we need to put Caleb and her sons as a victim as her too. Because at some point, I truly believe, and I stand on what I said, that man last day, ain't no telling. Trina might have had, I'm just being for real, y'all. That's just how I see it. All right, y'all finna end it here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you feel like Trina was wrong, or do you feel like, looking back, and I know the show took a big hiatus. It was a lot going on. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night.